ISSCT Executive Committee, all the distinguished delegates who have joined from India and abroad for this very important 31st Congress of the International Society of Sugarcane Technologists. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm indeed delighted that you have chosen Hyderabad, our city of pearls, also of biryani, which I hope they'll be serving you later in the afternoon, for this very important Congress being held in India after a long gap of 24 years. I believe we have 35 sugar producing companies who have joined this program, and clearly being one of the oldest and largest organizations of sugar technologists worldwide, this will be an important engagement where you will exchange views, where you will learn from each other, where we will all get an opportunity to share best practices, technical advancements of the cane sugar industry, several byproducts that are being developed by different countries. And I'm sure the 50-odd sugar producing countries who are members of ISSCT will significantly contribute to making sugar available to our consumers at affordable prices and in abundance. The sugar season 21-22 has been a watershed season for the Indian industry. We've had a record production of 35.9 million tons. And even after diverting about 3.6 million tons for ethanol, we continue to be the second largest exporter with a record export of 11 million tons last year. The sugar ecosystem in India has stabilized over the years, and with a very focused intervention of the government, with the guidance of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, we have been able to balance the farmers' interest, the interest of the sugar industry, the interests of consumers, so that they continue to get sugar at affordable prices, and also ensure price stability both in India and through our exports. In the new regulatory and biofuel policy is at the cusp of being scaled up so that our biofuel production increases significantly, and to make the industry globally competitive and stand on its own legs. We have also been able to develop ethanol from sugar, from molasses, from other food grains and other input material, so that we could achieve 10% of petrol blending last year. Incidentally, it was only 1% or so 8 years ago. So it's been a significant bump up from 1 to 10%. And in the next 3 years, we hope to increase this to 20% blending. This has had a game-changing effect on encouraging greater yields and greater production of sugarcane, encouraging people to produce more sugar as well as ethanol as a byproduct, and has helped us take the industry to newer heights while ensuring price stability in the market and the welfare of India's probably 5 to 6 million farmers who are dependent on sugar and sugarcane. Presently, the sugar industry is in good health in India, self-sufficient with no government support whatsoever. Our cane dues are almost fully paid up to the farmers, and in some sense, we have brought in equity in the sugar industry and all the players of the sugar industry, the entire value chain from farmer to consumer. The latest budget on 1st of February 2023 has further given a big boost to our green goals and is promoting the circular economy. The Agriculture Accelerator Fund, we hope, will encourage agriculture startups in rural India and will also help us in further improving yields both at the sugarcane level and help us diversify in the sugar industry for more and more byproducts which are required by India and Indian industry. Friends, we have the G20 presidency this year. I'm delighted that your conference is being held in India while we hold the G20 presidency, which is an opportunity for us to engage both the developed world and the developing countries through the world's collective effort to promote green goals, to promote the circular economy, to promote sustainability in the world, to help the world look at food security afresh. And I believe this year, the focus of the G20 presidency being on one earth, one family, one future will truly set the agenda where the developed countries and the developing world will work in cohesion to help the world transition to a more sustainable future, help the world meet the sustainable development goals through inclusive growth, and help all of us contribute in greater measure in our ambitions for making the world a better place to live in. In fact, the sugar industry has a prime position in our agriculture sector. Our crop, sugarcane crop, occupies nearly 5 million hectares, which is about 2.6% of our gross area, and supports nearly 55 million farmers. We have about 525 sugar factories which are working at present, and it has a significant impact on the socio-economic future of the farmers in the rural areas, of the sugar industry, workmen working in ethanol and other byproduct industries, and clearly being the world's largest producer of sugar with about 20% of global sugar production, also about 15 to 16% of global sugar consumption, and a turnover in excess of US dollars, you will appreciate that this sector is very important for the growth and prosperity of the people of India. The entire sugarcane processing cycle creates a number of opportunities, and we hope to add more opportunities in this sector in the years to come. Friends, the Indian sugar industry is also a dominant player with over 50% market share globally in the design, manufacture, and supply of equipment, the plant and machinery, and other capital goods required for sugar mills, for distilleries, for ethanol, for cogeneration of power plants, etc. Today, the Indian mind and our hands are working wonders in various capacities in as many as 40 sugar producing countries for the construction, maintenance, and operation of sugar mills around the world. I am sure your Congress will help us set the pathway for a brighter future for this industry worldwide. And towards that end, may I venture to suggest a few areas which you could deliberate and discuss upon and come out with significant outcomes. One, can sugarcane productivity be increased both in India and across the world? Two, can our startups help solve the challenges of this sector? More efficient machinery, better connectivity between the farm and the mills. Can we use artificial intelligence in cultivation and processing? Can the startups engage with all of you and come up with newer solutions to the day-to-day problems of this industry? Three, can the countries who are already engaged in this sector help to build the complete processing ecosystem from sugarcane to sugar to ethanol to paper from wastage in other areas where we still do not have a very modern industry? India is happy to support any such global effort. I am confident your Congress will provide the outcomes to the above questions and help industry and policymakers to develop the strategies to address challenges for sustainable development in this sector. I would like to compliment the organizers for holding this mega event in India. My best wishes to the ISSCT and to the Sugar Technologists Association of India for the success of this Congress. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to interact with all of you. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely Congress.